Well, it looks like the alleyway held up pretty well. This is the part I got scraped out in the dark last night. It hadn't come out too bad, but I got it cut down a little bit deeper. It's some pretty crappy ground, so we'll probably carry on with finishing my last little cut between these two holes, and then just start trying to rock this whole thing in. So I'm sure that wind is lovely on the camera, so I just thought I'd do a little quick update this morning. I was gonna bring the and I'll turn this way. I was gonna bring the drone today and try to do a little flyover, but it's a little bit breezy for that. So we'll go get the excavator warmed up, fueled up, and do my last little cut down there, and then start trucking in the base. Thought I would film a little while I'm doing this super exciting cut. Maybe just try to answer some of the questions that I get on my comments or my emails and stuff. I get asked quite a bit, like how to get started in excavating, or there's some people that follow me that are, you know, younger and going to school and wanting to learn. And there's some other guys out there that already work for somebody that they hope to someday work for themselves. And I guess I can say just be patient. It's aggravating because, yeah, you want to go out there and start, but the problem is, you know, it's expensive. You got to have some money down or have some equipment and some experience just to get into it. It's just something hard to just one day jump on there and go and try to get jobs. So if you can, you know, work for someone or already working for someone, gaining some experience, you know, how to run the equipment, what to look for on these jobs, and stuff like that, it's a lot easier than just coming out here and having absolutely no idea how any of it really goes. I mean, I've been working with my grandpa since I was like 12 and 13, and that was his big deal, was learn from experience. You don't learn a lot of this stuff in the classroom or in the books. So I'm not telling you to go I'm not saying drop out of school, because like I said, that was a different time. You know, that was 20 years ago or whatever. Now everything's got a computer in it, it's got GPS, it's a whole different game. So to me, if you want to get into heavy equipment operating, now more than ever, you need to go to school and familiarize yourself with the computers, the GPS, I mean, like the Trimble, I mean, all that stuff's a game changer. I have absolutely no idea. I've never ran any of it. I've just had to learn how to do it just by, you know, experience and doing it. But at the same time, everything is going to you know, computers, GPS. It's going to be automated here one of these days. So then you're going to have to learn how to run a machine from a remote control, like a big RC car. So yeah, definitely now it's a different time. The schooling to me is more important than, I guess it's all, like I said, I'm not trying to tell people, hey, don't go to school, but, you know, back then it was all about just getting out there, busting your tail and getting to work and just learning. I mean, that's just how it was. You just rolled up your sleeves and got after it. So anyway, yeah, for the ones that are still in school or talking, wanting to try to go to learn, I would definitely encourage you to go to school to do that heavy equipment operating, is to stay in there, stick with it, and learn the ins and outs. Like I said, you'll be, ahead of the game on a lot of that stuff. That's something like a lot of the bigger companies, I mean, now they're almost wanting people that are familiar with that kind of stuff or somewhat knowledgeable. Like it may not take me forever, but I'd have a harder time trying to go to work for someone that had all that stuff on their equipment than somebody that, went to school for it, was a little more familiar with it. Like I said, go to the school, get the training, or if you're already working for someone, depending on what you're wanting to do. I mean, like I said, some guys, they want to build yards. They want to get into more, I call it kind of, I guess, like landscaping side of it. I mean, they're probably not wanting to plant shrubs and do all that, but they're wanting to go on there and reshape yards, more like loader work. And that's what I started out primarily doing, was building yards, like new construction yards. I'd go in there and redo existing yards. Did a lot of swells and water direction, and for years I was just primarily a skid steer and loader guy. I'd rent these excavators once in a while if I wanted to bury downspouts or do some of this other stuff. But I would just try to sit down, come up with a plan on what type of excavation, dirt work, whatever you're wanting to get into, and figure out what would be the best piece of equipment. If you need to start out with a skid steer, or if you should just go to an excavator and then get the skid steer later. Like for me, I had to have the skid steer and the loader first. It's what I was familiar with, and that's primarily what I was known in town for. But now that I've got the excavator and people know that I've got the excavator, I almost run that more than I do the loader. I try to, do those side jobs and stuff. I mean, even if it's just little things that may seem annoying at first, spreading a little rock on a gravel driveway, or leveling that back out, or leveling some dirt, or someone's got some shrubs to tear out. I mean, I still do some of the small stuff. I think tomorrow, actually, I've got to go plant a tree for a guy that I do stuff for once in a while. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've got plenty of other stuff to do, but some of these people I've had since the beginning have been great customers. And I guess, I don't know, like I said, it sounds probably stupid, but I still remember where I got my start and where I came from, and that was doing these little jobs. So I try to work some of this stuff in and do this for people instead of just pawning them off to someone else, because you never know. I mean, like tomorrow I'm going to go there and plant that tree. It's probably going to take me longer to get there and unload than it is to plant it. But that job may turn into a bigger job. That guy may build a new house one of these days and need the footings done, need the entire yard. You just never know. And plus, when you're new, you try to take on about every job that comes your way. But you have to at first, because there's nothing, I mean, if you're trying to get your name and everything out there, you have to do just kind of whatever. Like I said, I've done several jobs that I wasn't excited about, I didn't care about, but I needed the work and the money, so you did it. It takes a long time to get to the point where you can kind of pick and choose what work you're going to do and take on. So, like I said, a lot of what you guys see in these videos, I've been doing this for 18, 19 years. Not like everything I'm doing right now. I mean, the sewer lines and that kind of stuff's pretty new. I've done some water lines and some sewer line repairs over the years, but nothing like digging down to these mains and doing all that. But yeah, you just do the small jobs and the small work, and which I know it's a pain, and everyone doesn't, nobody wants to work all on their weekends off. If you work for somebody, I understand that. But at the same time, if you truly do want to have your own business, it's a lot of work. You are going to work more than you ever have in your entire life when you work for yourself, I can tell you that. Because it's a full-time job. You have to go out, meet the customer, find the work for one, meet the person, go look at the job, kind of assess what's going to go on, what they need, best way to go about it, if there's room for you to get your truck and trailer, your equipment in there, what type of equipment you're going to need. You got to get all that figured out, and then normally you got to sit down and give an estimate or a price, which normally I try to look at it, measure everything up the best I can, take some pictures, and try to get their email address and stuff now, or call them back, where I can go home and sit down. I usually go over the numbers probably 2 or 3 times just to make sure it all looks good. But you do that, so then you go home and spend the time doing the estimate, then you go do the work, make sure they're happy with it, then you go back home and invoice it, get them billed, then you get your money or your check, you take it to the bank. So I mean, it's just not, it's not like when you work for somebody where you show up and what you got to do for the day is already lined out for you. You're the person, like they say, you got to wear many hats, which is true. So yeah, you've got the actual work, the paperwork, the bookkeeping. So there's a lot more to it. Plus, really depending on what you want to do. Like for me, for right now, I want to stay small. I have no desire to hire anyone right now. Like I said, I was stressed out to the max doing the land. We had up to 11 employees for a couple of years, and that just wore me out, because there's always one person almost every day, it seemed like, that had to either leave early, didn't show up, and Mrs. Ely can even tell you that. I wasn't real happy for the last few years. I wanted to get in more of the dirt working, but I just didn't know, I didn't have the money or wasn't ready to take the leap and everything. It took a long time to get to where I'm at right now. So yeah, I could try to hire somebody and possibly deal with the stress and maybe get more of this stuff done, but I would rather, I guess, have less income throughout the year. A lot less stress to me is worth it versus trying to make my gross numbers higher. And it's just because your sales or your gross numbers higher doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make more money. I've talked to several guys here in town that they do the same thing I do, maybe on a little bit bigger scale, and they started out by themselves or possibly with one guy. Now they're up to 5 to 20 guys, and they're so unhappy, and they tell me they actually profited more money when it was just them. So I listen to some of these guys and think, like I said, I was kind of running the landscaping side of it, so I kind of saw the numbers and everything there, and yeah, I didn't. More guys doesn't always equal more money. And having said that, yeah, I could stand to, have one guy to help with a lot of this, and I'd probably notice a tremendous amount of difference in the work I get done and the money I make. But at the same time, you got to find that guy. And then you got to train them. So yeah, there's just a whole lot to it. So definitely a big step. It's not something you just wake up one day and you're like, hey, I'm gonna start a business. Jump off here for now. I have no idea. I'll have to go back and if this helped anybody or not, or if it's just a whole lot of rambling. So I'll try to make some more of these, or like I said, get another video up. I'll go over all the comments that I got. Different questions that I have. Try to get the loader fired up. Kind of get these piles cleaned up. I'll get out, make sure I don't have to shave any more on that side, and we'll go from there. See how well this is going to work out. I want to get up here and pull this junk back from the edge of the alley. But I don't want to roll the excavator off the hill either. This thing seems to do a fairly good job of climbing these hills. This is so loose. Well, I got the alley kind of roughed in and finished up yesterday. It's not perfect, but I kind of got it cut down. I was guessing where I needed to. We just kind of eyeball it, nothing to go off of, but we still got to cut these yards down. I got to shoot and make sure there's fall on that driveway, but this will work for now. And then when the yards and stuff is all finished up, we'll come back in here and do our final coat, and then maybe gonna asphalt this. I'm not, if they do, it'll end up being next year when it's warmer, but so that's why if it's a little low, it'll work out.